we're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. A first carry for Najee Harris. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. He and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Now a give, running left is Harris. Room to run inside the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? It used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down run with Jacobs won't get a whole lot, maybe a yard, but that's about all, and it's second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Carr now to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And from down in Miami, an update. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. They'll set up the screen to Ballage. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll only get this to about the 34 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Joe Schobert, number 4 in the NFL in tackles last year, in to make the stop. In his own end zone, it's Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he works free, shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The 3rd most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Flush to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Under pressure, they got him again. Gerald McCoy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And the Steelers normally have a good offensive line protecting Big Ben. They allowed just 14 sacks all of last year, the lowest total in the NFL. But in this one, they've given up 2 sacks already.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Flushed out right. It completes it to Snead. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 27.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now Carr, eluding the pressure right, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
To throw, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And he fires one incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it's going to be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Again, it's Carr. They'll buy some time right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Highsmith able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back near his goal line, here's Carr. Rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll begin with much more advantageous starting field position than they did on their last drive as they come up here 1st and 10. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now after the INT, it's Carr escaping the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's a pickup at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run again with Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. They hand this off to Harris. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
From just shy of midfield, Carr, he dumps it off to Drain. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll roll him out right. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a football. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove. And what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the two-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Now left side on the swing pass. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 104 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A give to Harris. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Boswell for the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for the Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a throw here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he's a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons.
Touchdown! Darren Waller with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Flushed out right. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Ben. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Carr, eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. Sliding out of the pocket. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's 2nd and 10. Ben gonna throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First throw of overtime for Carr. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And Henry Ruggs was the first wide receiver taken in the draft a year ago, and he absolutely fit the Raiders' profile of speed, speed, speed. Didn't have the immediate impact that they had hoped, just 26 catches. Hoping to up his game in 2021. He makes a nice catch there.
A first down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Carr now to throw. And that'll be checked down to Drake. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
On first down, it's Jacobs. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Carr. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone, this thing's over.
And I remember my coach has always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way